All right, let's talk about drawing a reflection in a convex mirror. So our mirror is sticking out. This is like a mirror in a convenience store up on the wall where everything appears tiny and kind of distorted, but you can see the whole place at once. Fortunately, there's only one possibility here. We've got our object, we've got our focus. This time our focus on the other side of the mirror. I think that means it's supposed to be negative. And we're going to draw the same thing. So our first line, first ray runs parallel to the midline, hits the mirror, and then reflects back from the focus. That's our first one. Our second line goes to the focus from there, hits the mirror, and reflects back parallel. Now these are diverging rays. When we have diverging rays, they'll never meet. We'll never get an image over here on this side. So we need to back trace our reflected rays here to see where they cross. So this one was going through the focus. There's one. This one here is going parallel. Doesn't look like I did a great job of drawing that parallel. And where these two cross, that is where our image is. Oh boy, and I should use a ruler for that. And right there's our image. Now we can think about our LOST. Location, distance from the mirror. I've got it at 2 centimeters. Orientation is upright. Size, I got 1 centimeter. Now we can also do our magnification. Plus 10 centimeters divided by, right, that's the height of our image over the height of our object, which is 2 centimeters. Which means our magnification is 50%. Right, it's 0.5, 50%. And our type, it's diverging rays. We had to backtrace, so it's going to be a virtual image. All right, now let's take a look at this guy, and let's see if we can figure this guy out. 1 over f is equal to 1 over d sub o plus 1 over d sub I. Distance to the object. Our object is 3.6 centimeters away. 1 over 3.6 plus our image, it's about 2 centimeters away, right? So 1 over 2.0. Now this guy should be negative. I think. Let's try it with a negative. So I do 1 divided by 3.6 plus 1 divided by 2 negative. Yeah. 1 over my focus is equal to negative 0.222 dot dot dot. And then I do 1 divided by my answer, negative 4.5. And that's not quite right because, again, it's 3.5, negative 3.5. But again, it's partly because of this mirror curvature. Because I drew the mirror on in a curve. If I would have drawn this in a straight line, it would have become a lot more accurate. All right, I just draw it on the curve so it looks more real. That's it. Diverging mirror, convex mirror. It's much easier. There's only one case, and your image will always be upright and virtual and will always be smaller. You'll never get a bigger image with a convex mirror. That's why it's good for looking at things with a wide field of view. All right, there are your readings and your questions that you should be able to do. I imagine that this isn't actually just a 6. That should be 60 something, but so you're not going to be able to know which one. All right, that's it for reflections. Coming up next is refractions.